Hey, Kingdom Kids. My name is Miss Holly. Welcome to Mount Zion Kingdom Kids Student Ministry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to bring your last lesson today. So let's get started. Our Bible story is God has big things for us to do. Let's say that again. God has big things for us to do. And let's continue because the story gets better. It's about David chosen as king. Yes, David chosen as king. And that comes from 1 Samuel chapter 16, 6 through 1. Our memory verses: be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God goes with you. And you put that in your memory bank. Be strong, and courageous. Do not be afraid. No, 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 do not be afraid. For the Lord your God goes with you. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. And our key question is, who made you to do big things, huh? Bottom line, God made me to do big things. Basic truth, God made me. He made me, he made you, he made all of us. So let's get started. And like we said before, this story today, we will be talking about David chosen as king. And look at his head getting all anointed. So we will go right into story time where we listen to how it all started. So just put on your thinking caps and put on your just endless possibilities in your mind, thinking like, oh, okay, how did this story start and how did it end? And I want to know more about David. So just put on your thinking caps, put on your learning caps, because you're gonna learn something great today. And I just want to, just go over this picture really quick. This is gonna be Samuel, and he was a prophet, and God sent him to find a awesome king. And I can't tell you who the king is right now, but you gotta know already. But this particular king is getting his head anointed. But hey, let's get started so we can see how it goes. It's story time.
Jesse had 7 sons, but son one was tall and strong, but he wasn't chosen. God sees our heart and not our outer appearance. Son number 2, 3, or 4 wasn't chosen. Son number 5 wasn't chosen, nor was his 6th son chosen. Oh. So Samuel was like, is there another son? And yes, it was. It was a 7th son, and his name was David. But he was so small, he was so young, and so brave, though. So, yes, he was the one chosen because of his bravery and because he was so strong. So later, when he gets older and mature and keep growing and keep having faith, he will be king. Yes.
Wow, story time was very interesting. Did you see how that Samuel, the prophet, he went and he tried to see who would be the actual king, and he went through 6 brothers just to get to the 7, and the 7 was the actual one that was chosen. And God, he didn't look at the outer appearance, he looked at the inner appearance. And well, not the inner appearance, he looked at the inner heart. And that is how he made his decision, by looking at the man's heart and not his outward appearance. Do you think we got to be really strong? We got to be very, really like tall and all these different things. And you think we got to do all these things to our body and all these things to impress others, but God knows your heart. Say it with me, God knows your heart. To always know that, like, even when someone says you're too small, you're too little, you can't do it, you're not big enough, it's not this, it's not that, even though it may seem like it's not your time just yet, just know God has big things for you. And even in this lesson, he chose the smallest, bravest person of them all, and it was David to be king. So here I have a special little puzzle for you. And it is really interesting. You can cut and paste, or you can copy it or screenshot it to do it later. But I feel like this would be a very interesting puzzle for you to do later. Now it is quiz time. So let's get started with our quiz. One moment here. So let's begin our quiz, hoot style. Are you ready, Kingdom Kids? Are you ready, Kingdom Kids? Yes, come on, let's get started. David chosen as king is our quiz. First question, to make someone holy by pouring oil over their head. Is it anoint? Is it water? Is it juice? Is it to wear a hat? We're gonna say anoint. Oh yes, it's anoint. Yay. All righty. So let's move on to the next question. A man who rules a country. Let's see, who is this? Is it a football player, a judge, a baseball player, or king? It's a king. Yay. Cool, cool, cool. A man who rules a country. And this is all coming from our story, our Bible lesson today. Who was chosen as king? Who was chosen as king? Was it Peter, Samuel, David, or Jesse? Yes, it was David chosen as king. Awesome, awesome. Good job. All righty. Who made you to do big things? Who made you to do big things? Was it Jesse? Was it Samuel? Was it God? Or was it David? God made you to do big things. Yes, good job. All righty, let's see who won. Good job, Kingdom Kids. You did it. Yes, 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 yes. Good job. Thank you so much, Kingdom Kids. I really do appreciate you for tuning in with me today. So I have a little quote here that I would like to share with you. If you do little things like they're big things, God would do big things like they're little things. Say that again. If you do little things like there are big things, God will do big things like they're little things. My interpretation or my perspective with this is like sometimes when you think the little things don't matter, or if you just say, okay, well, they okay, and but it's like you're still giving it your all, God would still like them, and he would still treat them like they're big things. So I feel like that is very, very important. God would do big things like they're little things. So that's the biggest thing about our message, how big our God is. And I just want to continue to let you know, God made you to do big things. So if you feel like, okay, I need to pass that test, or, I'm trying to, play and win in this sports, or, and it's not all about just pleasing others just so they can feel good. Do things that make you happy. If you like, reading that special book, if you like, doing great things, that you may think that are little things, but it may be big to God. Like you may be drawing a really nice picture. You're like, oh, this is nothing. But to God, it may be a big thing because he may want to make you an artist, or he may want to make you something big and somebody else see your art, or no matter what it is. So whatever seems like is little to you and it's not that much, and it's like, I'm not doing a lot. You are doing something, especially if you have faith and you have prayed about it and you give it to the Lord. He will bless it and make it big things. So continue to keep your head up. I appreciate you being on with us today. I'll see you next time, Kingdom Kids. This is Holly. I'm out today, so I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.